Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Thursday, 20th of March. In this update, direct flights connecting New Zealand and India could be in place by 2028. Air New Zealand Chief Executive Greg Foran's in Mumbai, along with Prime Minister Christopher Luxon and other members of his delegation. As well as looking at a direct flight, Air New Zealand and Air India have signed a new code-sharing arrangement to simplify travel between India, Singapore, Australia and New Zealand. NZ Herald political reporter Adam Pearce, who's there, says the main issue is around aircraft availability.
There's plenty on order. Air New Zealand has a number that they're expecting to come online around about 2028.
And the Malaysian Cabinet has approved a fresh search for the wreckage of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, more than a decade after the aircraft vanished. The search will cover a 15,000 square kilometre area in the southern Indian Ocean under a no-find, no-fee agreement with the exploration firm Ocean Infinity. US President Donald Trump and Volodymyr Zelensky have spoken on the phone for about an hour. The Ukrainian president says a vow by Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin not to attack energy infrastructure was very much at odds with reality, following drone strikes across the country overnight. CNN's Alex Markwood says Trump saying his call today went well, but it's worth remembering Russia has not agreed to stop the fighting entirely, like he and Zelensky had proposed.
This is much, much smaller than the U.S. wanted. They are trying to sell this as a win, but they are acknowledging that there's a lot of work to be done.
It's expected our economy has grown, but not by a huge amount. Stats NZ will release GDP figures for the final quarter of last year. It follows two consecutive falls in last year's June and September quarters. The government's watchdog believes harsher penalties might be needed for government departments that delay releasing official information. The Chief Ombudsman's released a report on the Official Information Act, highlighting issues with some agencies taking a long time to respond, with specific concerns at Health New Zealand. Around 14,000 complaints about OIAs have been lodged since 2015. Ombudsman Peter Boscher thinks people respect the law if they know there's a consequence.
There is a penalty in the Act, but it's laughably low. It's really no deterrent at all.
The Ministry of Education is offering support to a Christchurch school after a student attacked two teachers with a pair of scissors. Emergency services were called to Aranui's Hayata Community Campus around 2 yesterday afternoon. Principal Peggy Burrows says the two teachers concerned received medical attention but not hospitalisation and are recovering well. Police are making inquiries into the incident. In sport, 15-year-old Sam Ruth has become the youngest person to break the 4-minute mile barrier. The race for arguably the most powerful job in world sport is ignited, with the 7 contenders making their final moves ahead of a vote in Greece tomorrow to determine who takes over from International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach. The Indian Panthers expect to have their full squad available by next Friday after international commitments and visa issues had them missing 8 players to start the NBL basketball season. I'm Nivareti Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.